Maxing out crop milestones is one of the most tedious and worst parts of Skyblock, but with my method of maxing crop milestones, you can get millions of crops per hour, giving you crop milestones fast and large amounts of money as well. So today, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about maxing crop milestones and how to maximize your money per hour rates as well. But before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe as I'm pushing to get 1,000 subs so I can win a bet with my friend. But without further ado, let's get into the guide. Let's talk about the setup we will be using for this farming method. First of all, for your main farming tool, you can use anything. It doesn't matter what crop you farm, as it will not change how many pests you get because pest spawns are based on a timer, not total crops farmed. I would recommend farming a crop that is either your lowest crop collection so you can get the milestone faster. You could farm melons to maximize money per hour, or the method I will be doing is farming mushrooms. By farming mushrooms, I will be getting the most amount of farming XP possible. I'm doing this because I'm not farming 60 yet. You will want to use an Infinivaccuum Hooverist to kill the pests fast. You will also want a Sprayinator for an extra 50 pest chance. And also, optionally, you could use a squeaky mouse mat because you will have to often reset your farming position because you will be leaving your farm to kill the pests then going back. For armor, we will be using two sets, 3/4 Fermento with Rancher's Boots and 3/4 Biohazard with Rancher's Boots. Note that the only enchantment that is needed on both of these sets is Pestterminator 6. For the Reforge, we will use Mossy. If you cannot afford Mossy, we can use Bustling as an alternative. While using both sets isn't necessary, it does increase profits. As an alternative, you could only use Biohazard with Rancher's Boots. This will ensure you get the maximum amount of pests, but the trade-off is that you will get slightly less crops, meaning less money, and slower crop milestones. For equipment, we will use the full set of Pest Hunter equipment and a Pest Vest. Our only enchantment needed for this equipment is Green Thumb 5. You don't need level 5 since it is very expensive, but get as high of a level as you can. The Reforge on your equipment will be set to Squeaky for extra pest chance. Once again, you don't have to use a Pest Vest, but if you do not, you will get a 5% slower pest spawn times, which over time will slow your crop milestones and money income. For pets, we will use an epic or legendary slug pet with a brown bandana and a legendary hedgehog. Our final ways to maximize our farming fortune would be eating 5 out of 5 refined dark chocolates, having the Fermento artifact, unlocking all plots in your garden, putting a farming fortune gemstone in the relic of power, eating a farming fortune cake, having your community center farming fortune upgrades finished, get to farming 60, and maxing your extra farming fortune from Anita. All these upgrades will give you about 1,075 universal farming fortune. Now to get into our method. Before you start farming, you must spray your garden plots that you will be farming on with your Sprayinator. If you do not, you will miss out on 50 pest chance and your pests will spawn in random places in your garden, which makes it much longer to collect them. Also, if you have auto pet slots, set it to when you farm your crop. For me it is mushrooms, equip your slug pet, and when you use a fishing rod, equip your hedgehog. You will be farming the crop of your choice using 3/4 Fermento and 3/4 Pest Hunter in our Pest Vest. Using the Sky Handy mod, we can see when our pest timer is out. When the pest timer is up, switch to 3/4 Biohazard. Once the pests spawn, switch back to 3/4 Fermento. If you are spawning 4 pests per, you will repeat this one more time to get the max amount of pests, which is 8. Once you have 8 pests on your garden, switch to 3/4 Fermento and put on your extra piece of Pest Hunter equipment, so you will now have 4/4 Pest Hunter equipment. Throw your fishing rod, or switch your pets manually, then use your vacuum to kill all 8 pests. After killing, go back and continue farming. The two most important things we need to ensure we have is a high pest chance and a low pest timer. To max these stats out, we need the following: a Sprayinator for plus 50 pest chance and the Pest Hunter artifact for plus 60 pest chance. With all of this gear, we will have the minimum pest timer and we will be spawning 4 pests per. While all this gear isn't needed, without it you will be eating less pests, and pests are our main way of getting more crop milestones. Now that we have gone everything we need for this method, let's test how many crops per hour we get, as well as how much money per hour this method makes. I will be farming for a full 60 minutes so we can get a true value of how much this method works. After 1 full hour of farming pests, we have made crazy profits. We gained a total of 3.9 million crops collected, 1.3 million of those collected from mushrooms and 2.6 million crops from pests. This shows how crucial the pests are in this method. On top of all of this, after selling my crops and other things I got, such as fermentos, I got 23.4 million coins. I was very surprised that this made that much money. This means that farming can possibly make more money than other money making methods that cost much more to do. That will conclude today's guide on crop collections. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Do make sure to like and subscribe so I can win the bet and get 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.